What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and in today's video I'm going to share my 3-step framework in order to find stocks before they explode in the OTC. And if you don't know who I am, my name is seantwizer. I'm a 7-figure investor and trader in the OTC specifically, and I make a shit ton of money every single year from the OTC. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So the first step is going to be identifying these stocks. And for that, we can use 3 main tools. Number 1 is going to be OTC markets, and specifically this website. This is the news segment of the OTC market. Here we're going to find news releases, financial reports, and SEC filings. Now, more than often, you're going to find hidden gems within these filings or within these news. Something across the lines of, we're going to release news in X time or at a specific date, for example. And this is the first step in identifying these stocks before they go. Now, second tool I'm going to be using in order to identify stocks is going to be none other than X or Twitter. As you can see right here, Lee or LDEV117, MMTP new annual on the SOS, Kelly out of from the previous merger, some amendment filings in the past week as well. Looks like the house is cleaning and getting it ready for something new. 5 million at DTC. Now right here is something you probably would have missed out if you weren't on Twitter or X. A lot of people share their opinion and share their due diligence here on X, and you can actually just get the first step out of the way so you can actually go and do your own due diligence, which I'm going to cover later on this video, how to actually properly do it. But regardless, this is the first step in identifying the stock we want to actually dive deep into the filings and the news. Now, the third way, which I'm not going to dive deep into this in this video, is going to be the stock screener. If you want my exact settings and me to do a video on my stock screener settings, I can do that for the OTC specifically, but this video is going to be short, so I'm just going to skip through that. What you want to essentially find out with the stock screener is volume and identify stocks that have potential and a lot of interest. That's pretty much it. Now, step number 2, once we have identified the stock we actually want to do our due diligence for, before we do the due diligence, we want to make sure it's actually relevant and the stock can actually go up or it's going to go down. So what we're going to do is essentially hop on into the chart. So again, let's take this stock MTPP for example. What we're going to do is search MTPP and just hop on the chart. Now, as we can see, the stock is currently sitting at bottoms, which is something that I really like. As well as that, I can see that the volume is not specifically high, and it has a clear support at these areas at 1 penny mark, for example, right? And every single run it performed, it did at least at the bottom 500%, 900%, and 1400%. So now I know this stock has potential, right? Because every time it runs massively. There is something new within the stock that can drive the stock price up, and we are sitting at a good price and at bottoms. So now I know the stock has potential and I will be potentially looking to actually go into it. Now, the third step and the last step, you want to keep track of the level 2 time and sales and the volume within the stock. What I want to actually look at for a couple of days is that A, there is no dilution, and B, there is interest in the stock. Because again, even if Elon Musk tweets about a stock, and we've seen it previously with sales CEOs previous week, it doesn't matter if not enough people will be looking to buy the stock. It just doesn't matter. So if I see that someone is loading the stock and there is volume throughout the weeks, right? As we can see over here, I can assume that if good news hit the stock, a lot of people will be looking in to buy at a premium, at a higher price. That means there is potential for an upside. And if I see someone loading on the level 2, for example, which again, you can see my previous video, it's going to be linked in the description, I actually understand that someone potentially knows something that I do not know. And the news probably will hit sooner than later. And that is exactly my 3-step framework in order to find stocks before they explode in the OTC. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like this video so it will get pushed to more people. That's pretty much it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.